Hey, are you a network marketer who's struggling to come up with content, and where do you get inspiration for all the content that you need to create? So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. And if we haven't met, my name is Edita. I'm from VIE Now. I'm a network marketer like you. I love network marketing, but I hate prospecting. I hate chasing people. It's not for me. Hidden agenda is not for me. Asking people who don't know me to look at my stuff feels very uncomfortable, and I was struggling until I found a way to get people to come to me instead. And if you would like to grab my free video, 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to chase, without having to feel awkward, you can find it at viesnow.com/3 steps. The link, I believe, is in the description of the video. So check it out. And today I want to talk about creating content, and it's very important. I haven't talked about creating content enough, and I want to talk about it because somebody asked me a question. A friend of mine actually asked me how I get inspiration for all the content that I create every day. And I know that it's a problem. It used to be a problem for me in the beginning. It's always, I still have, ups and downs, and, sometimes I lack ideas. But I also learned a few ways how to almost never run out of things to say. So I want to talk about 3 main things that need to happen in order for you to always have something to say. And that creating content is very important, because content is what creates your public face. That's how you interact with your audience. If not your content, nobody will know about you, and nobody will know about what you are about. So first of all, education. The very first point is education. It's very, very important to educate yourself on the topics that your audience is interested in. And I started that 2 years ago, so I'm well into that education now. I know what topics they are interested in. It keeps evolving. It's never fixed. So don't get the idea that you suddenly one day and you stop learning and there's nothing else to know, and so on. Your audience, your marketplace keeps evolving, and so are you. Your knowledge about your marketplace keeps evolving. So it's very important to educate yourself on those topics that your audience is interested in. So, depending on your niche, whether in your travel, educate yourself on travel. If you are in health and wellness, educate yourself in health and wellness. If you are in a kind of a niche like weight loss, educate yourself on weight loss. And it can be not just how to lose weight, but also how to cook healthy meals and stuff like that. And when you educate yourself for a long time enough, and don't worry if it doesn't click for you immediately, it never does. It's better when you accept the fact that it won't click in the beginning. But when it does, and when you start talking about those things with your own words, with your own spin, with your own energy, you're gonna notice when that starts happening. And that's when your thoughts start flowing. Besides, for all that time, you will have thought about those topics every day, and you will, basically educating yourself is not only about what you read, but it's also about triggering processes in your brain. And your brain works when you don't even realize, and start producing further thoughts and ideas. And the other thing is very important. It needs to happen every day as well. Participate together with your audience. Go where your audience is and participate and observe. Don't go to prospect. Don't go to sell. Just go to blend in and go and see what they are talking about, what questions they are asking, what problems they have, what issues they keep running into, and so on. And just answer those questions in your videos like I'm doing right now. So I saw this question from a friend of mine in the morning, and that gave me an idea, and I had a different topic, but I decided to do a video on this topic. How do you get inspired, on all these topics? So that's why I'm talking. I could have answered to that person directly. Instead, I decided to share this with all my audience, because this is something that everyone wants to hear and is useful to everyone. So participate, observe, see what questions they are asking, and just do content on those topics. Very easy, and in terms of, it never runs out, because there are so many different topics and different things people ask that it's never over. And the third thing, I never talked about this. It's a bit more advanced, and I kind of was worried that for you it might be a bit too much, but at the same time I do believe that my audience are all intelligent people, and especially people who want to learn, even if they, and besides everything that I talked about, I learned myself at some point. It's not like I was like that all the time. So anyway, so the third thing is, and I'll be talking about this stuff more and more, the third thing is what is called angles. So instead of producing a new topic, a new, completely new topic, completely new theme for your content, for your video or your post, you can do different angles. You can approach exactly the same topic from a different angle instead of producing everything from scratch. For example, so this video, for example, I called it exactly the way that the person asked me, and it was like, how do you get inspiration for your content? And at some point later I can talk about a very similar thing, but the angle could be something like, how do you never run out of topics, or how do you never run out of ideas for your content, or another angle could be 3 tips for content creation, for your daily content creation. So I might be talking about similar, very, very similar thing, but from a different angle. And I know that in the beginning I was a bit worried that I'd be talking about the same stuff again and again. But the thing is that what really happens is that different people resonate with different angles. And it's a very good thing, so for you to know. So you don't have to come up with new content like from scratch every time. And also you can reach more people, or you can get more people to resonate to what you are saying. Maybe somebody will not will not resonate with the title, how to be inspired to create daily content. But maybe somebody's attention will be caught by 3 tips how to create daily content, or how to never run out of things to say. And there are many different angles, and I'll talk about it. I need to talk more about content creation in my video, so I'll be addressing these things, and there are so many different angles. You can turn one topic into 20 different videos or posts or emails or whatever you like, just because you approach the same topic from a different angle. And it's a very useful tool as well for you to do learning on that, because this is important, because sometimes a different angle, a slightly different angle addresses a slightly different problem, which is a good thing. Okay, if that's something that your audience wants and needs, that's really a good thing. So just to recap, so first of all, educate yourself on what your topics, your niche is about. Definitely do a lot of education every single day. I'm doing that every single day. Then observe, participate with your target audience and observe them, observe their issues, their questions, and address them in your content. And the third thing, you come up with different angles on the same topic. Don't feel pressure to create content from scratch every single time, because there's really limited amount of things you can talk about, but unlimited angles pretty much. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you like this video, grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to prospect, without having to chase anyone, without having to feel awkward, at viesnow.com/3 steps. It's a free video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.